Right, this is the end of the promenade, Southbourne. You can see Hengistbury Head behind me there. And I'm going to cycle you all the way to Poole on the time-lapse video, which is basically all the way along the coast for 7 miles. Try and narrate the trip. So that's the east end of the promenade. That's Point House ramp, and we're coming up to Warren Edge, which is here. That was Warren Edge, and that's Bistro on the beach, and the ramps down from the roundabout at Southbourne Crossroads. Then there's a bit of a way along the quietest bit of the beach here until you get to Gordon Zigzag, which is just coming up now. That's it. And next you'll be arriving at Fisherman's Walk. There'll be a wall on the right, there it is, and that's Fisherman's Walk. And the next one that we meet is Portman Ravine, coming down any second now. There's Portman Ravine. Right, the next zigzag we come to is Manor Steps, which is just coming up on the right, and it's here, that's it. And pretty soon we'll be arriving on the Overstrand and coming up to Boscombe Pier. There's the Overstrand and there's Boscombe Pier. And now we're going on the Bournemouth Undercliff Drive. On the right coming up is the place where they store the land trains, in there. And then we're coming up to the Toft Zigzag here, that's it. Well, from here there are no more ways down to the beach until you get to the East Cliff Zigzag. We're going to reach the East Cliff Lift in a second, and it's collapsed. There it is, and it's gone, and there's the zigzag. And on we go towards the pier at Bournemouth, and just before the pier on the right is the East Cliff Slope, and there's Bournemouth Pier. And there was some event going on, and now we're on the West Undercliff Promenade, and that is just about to lead us to the West Cliff Lift, and I stop and film that. That's the oldest cliff lift working in Bournemouth now. It's about 120 years old, and on we go again, continuing towards Poole. We've just passed the West Cliff Zigzag, and now we're going to reach Durley Chine, and there's Durley Chine, and that's it there, and on we go very quickly, continuing along Middle Chine, and next we come to Alum Chine, and that's there, and then it's Branksome Dean coming up on the right. Slow cyclists and very busy traffic there, so that'll be Branksome Dean, and then there's Branksome Chine coming up on the right. Where's Branksome Chine? I'm not there yet, are we? We must be. There's Branksome Chine. Right, and on we go again, keeping on to the narrow bit of the promenade, and this is Pinecliff Gardens here, and then we keep going until we get to Canford Cliffs, which is there. And still heading on towards Poole along the prom. Right, we're coming up to Flaghead Chine, that's Flaghead Chine, and just in a second we'll be at the end of the promenade. There we are. And now I'm going to take you down the road to Sandbanks. So that's the road around the bay in Poole Harbour that takes you to Sandbanks. And we're going along the very expensive houses overlooking Poole Harbour, past the car park on the left there, and then onto the little spit that takes you out into Sandbanks for the chain ferry. These are some of the most expensive houses in the UK, and there's the Haven Hotel on the left, and we have arrived. Well, apart from the odd week when the ferry's out of action due to service work, normally there's a ferry going across here all moored up on one side, but at the moment, and for the whole of the last 2 or 3 months, there is no ferry, because a drive shaft broke on the ferry, and it's been out of service since June, July this year, and it's caused total chaos at Studland, Swanage, etc. You have to drive round to get to Swanage, so anywhere between here and Swanage, the pubs probably had no business at all. Very, very bad for them. There's always one, isn't there?